Our focus tonight, Africa, and joining us for more about that is Todd Moss. He's a senior fellow and director of the Emerging Africa Project at the Center for Global Development in Washington, D.C. Thanks for being with us. A lot of people have wondered whether our first African-American president will, of course, focus more on Africa. Do you think that President Obama will make major changes to President Bush's African policy?
I think that the Obama administration inherits a very strong Africa policy legacy. Trends in Africa have been very positive. The economic trends are up. Conflict has come way down. We've seen 7 major conflicts ended in the last 8 years. And also Africa within the U.S. foreign policy agenda has been elevated to an extent that we've never seen before. We've seen the foreign aid budget more than quadruple. We've seen a major new initiative to fight HIV/AIDS in Africa. And really, Africa has gotten a prominence that it hasn't had before. And for that reason, the United States is still very, very popular in Africa, more popular than any other region. So the foundation for continuity, I think, is there more than for radical change.
Africa is such a big and varied continent. Would you suggest the approach for the new president should be a country-by-country one or more a broader thematic one?
Well, there are a couple of hot spots that are still out there that will have to be dealt with through some special attention. Sudan, Somalia, Eastern Congo, and Zimbabwe are probably the most prominent of those. But thematically, I think we'll see the U.S. continue to look at economic prosperity issues, democracy promotion, and national security issues, as well as energy security, which will force them to look at Africa as a region.
We mentioned Somalia earlier in the program. We talked about the humanitarian crisis, but I'm wondering whether there is also some security concerns for the United States due to its political situation there. Could it become perhaps a safe haven for terrorists?
Well, Somalia has in the past been a safe haven for al-Qaeda and al-Qaeda-like elements, and certainly the lack of a government in Somalia makes the prospect of that happening again quite high. So it's something the administration will absolutely have to pay attention to.
And if you had the ear of the president, what other African countries would you advise him to focus on right away?
Well, I think Nigeria and South Africa are the 2 regional heavyweights, and the U.S. must have a close relationship with those 2 countries to have a robust foreign policy.
Todd Moss, we appreciate your insights on Africa. Thank you very much.